Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream this evening. Tonight we're watching Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. If everybody could give me a bit of feedback in the chat, let me know if we have any audio issues or if anything's coming through. One or two. I apologize for running late this evening. Had a little problem where I was technical difficulties. Hard to believe. Gremlins. But anyway, I'm going to bring in the boys with me this evening. Hello, gents. We have Pete Mac and Flash.
Hello, gals.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Good evening.
Oh, okay. Kay is giving us 5x5, so it seems like we're actually working. Yay! Guys, I tell you what, man, I was pulling my what's left of my hair out when that stupid I use crap. Now I've forgotten the name of it. I use voice meter to separate the audio since YouTube will give us a copyright strike if we fart and it happens to match a note from a Roxette song.
Indeed.
So I've got to separate out my audio so I can hear the movie. We can all communicate, and it doesn't go on the air. Otherwise, oh, well, sorry, guys. This has been claimed by, somebody for this movie that nobody has watched since 1986. So,
Yep.
anyway.
Those are the ones that strike you, too.
Oh, yeah, because that's just...
like straight-to-video forgotten movies are the ones that strike people.
Well, and that's what's annoying is because, first off, they'll take your money, which that's one thing, and then they'll turn around, and if you fight them taking your money and say, no, this is transformative, then they may very well turn around and just give you a copyright strike, which means boom, that's it, no live streaming. So then you're sitting around making videos complaining about how much we hate YouTube, but
Yeah, I think it was Good Bad or Bad Bad, the YouTube channel that reviews movies. And the movies that struck them were like the most obscure. Like you can probably only find them on YouTube, where someone pirated it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
they were just some like lost 1980s straight to video, like shot on a camcorder movie, and those are the ones that get struck by.
The homemade stuff that gets uploaded to Amazon now. Yeah. Oh, guys. Yeah. So anyway, I sincerely apologize both to you guys and to the chat. I like to try and be as close to on time as possible. So I did at least have enough common sense to come up with a bit of a pre-show, which you guys didn't get to see, but if you go back and watch the playback, you'll get to see my little yellow TV had some stuff going on, and you find out that I found out where Mama's been hiding the moonshine. So I broke out the boat oar and a couple of ladles, got things going. So I was feeling pretty good there. So, but that's that. But this evening, we are going to watch Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. Yes. And it is a sci-fi classic from back in the dark ages of 1983. And yes. So, and I think, Flash, I think you're the one that brought this up. So you're the resident expert, right?
I've seen it.
I did too. Back when VHS and dinosaurs ruled the earth, right?
No, I saw it in the theater.
Oh, really? You saw it in the theater? Gosh,
My brother took me because, it was in 3D. So it was like, oh, an event.
Yeah, exactly. You were all hoity-toity, saw it in the theater.
People in the theater besides the guy the usher to put your feet down.
What was the?
And he was a third person, so that tells you how popular it was.
Gosh, what was the last Freddy? Like the Dream Child from Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, it was like Dream Child. Then like years later, they did Freddy something.
Yeah. Before they went back and remade the new. Yeah, before they went back to New Nightmare, I was literally the only person in the theater to see that movie. So
Wait, was that one in 3D?
No, that one was not in 3D. One of those
had like 3D at the very end of it, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. You're right, because it had a section where it said "Put on your glasses now." Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I'd forgotten about that.
And watching it now, it's really weird because for some strange reason, Freddy keeps walking towards the camera.
Yeah, exactly. And that was
handing things to the audience.
Take a drink of coffee.
Yes, exactly. That was always the dead giveaway. Yeah, that was the giveaway. Something was filmed in 3D. It's like, by golly, we got to get our money's worth out of this. Reach for the camera. Oh man, Kay's laying a burn down, says, "You will always be more on time than Pete."
That's a fact. But then I am in a different time universe to you. So.
Exactly. It's like, Wednesday over where you are, right?
I'm in 2021. I can fill you in on the details if you want.
Oh, please.
He's living in the aftermath of the apocalypse.
Let me guess. Murder squirrels, right?
Yeah, well, after Biden's body was sold off to make extremely expensive caviar, nothing was a shock after that, really. So
everybody's like, we should have voted for Trump.
What were we thinking? Nuclear devastation.
Yeah. Well, ding dang golly gee whiz. And who would have known that Corn Pop would come back and be the man to take Biden down?
This one's for you, Corn Pop.
Okay, and I had a brilliant idea while I was working on things this afternoon. I realized how expensive liquor is. So I started thinking about it. It's like, I've got a channel. I don't make any money on it. I have literally ones of viewers, dedicated viewers. I love you all. Sadie Bella, Lady J, Kusmeti, you guys here that co-host with me. But I was thinking, how can I off-write? I'm not sure that I can file wild turkey as a business expense for my channel. But I thought, okay, there's a gray area because I've got to keep up equipment. I broadcast, right? Okay. So compressed air. So from now on, instead of Ralph getting blasted on wild turkey, Ralph will be huffing compressed air periodically throughout the show. So get ready. Oh, baby. Yeah. I'm ready now.
Well, the compressed air is cheaper than the ethyl at the gas station.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, Mrs. Ralph would complain if I had a couple of gallons of gas and I just huffed it throughout the evening. So, why does the bunker? Yeah, why does the bunker reek of unleaded? What?
Woman, make me some eggs. Don't make them slimy and sloppy.
Oh, and some biscuits and gravy, please.
Oh. Down here listening to my records. Leave me alone.
I now know what biscuits and gravy means. Beforehand, I thought it was a horrible idea because a biscuit in Britain is what you call a cookie, and gravy is something you pour over a steak and chicken, and it's brown. It's made out of meat juice.
Oh, yes.
You got one thing, gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, Cosmetic, I am very sorry to all of our listeners. I did not mean to huff air directly into the microphone. I was aiming for my mouth. I'm very, very sorry. For all damages, please email complaints at ralphstrailerpark.com and our trained associates will get right on that for you.
Yes, for hearing complaints and loss of hearing complaints, please use our telephone service.
Yes, exactly. That reminds me.
Hearing complaints, if you've lost your hearing, press 1.
I mean, long. You know, and that reminds me of back in the 90s. I swear to Cthulhu that there was a commercial that said, "Do you have dyslexia? Call 1-800-dyslexia and we'll help."
I think there was. I think you're right.
I swear that was real. It's like, you got to be kidding.
It's like, I'm old enough to remember black and white TV, so
I did have
yes.
You know,
when I saw it, I got like pretty well smoking hot.
Although you have pool there, we have snooker over here, and in the old days, you used to have televised matches of snooker, and you know the commentator would come on and say, "For those watching in black and white, the green is next to the blue."
Oh. Good old BBC.
Snooker.
Oh gosh, yeah. I don't remember. I don't think, you know, here in America, I think we used to just pretend everybody had color television, even for those of us with black and white.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
if you're poor and you can't afford color television, tough noogies.
Because at NBC, to advertise everything was in color, so people could, you know, feel sad.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, and
The program presented in color.
yes, they rubbed it in. You're right. Oh my gosh! And then NBC and their stupid peacock logo. It's like, hey.
I remember being little and watching the old Spider-Man cartoon, and it always opens up with "in color," and you're like, "Yeah," and
yeah.
I just had no idea. I was like, "What? They were what?
Huh? What? Oh man!
Do a remake of that song, couldn't you? Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your color TV?
We should go for that. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, in color for kids other than you, 'cause you suck. Here's Spider-Man.
You found your
and your
tiny
daddy's
black
poor and
and
he's
white
sucky.
Reminds me of the old Eddie Murphy skit. Remember the McDonald's one? We got McDonald's, you ain't got none, 'cause you're poor and your mama's on welfare. You got a mama burger. It's got like chunks of onion and green pepper in it on a white bread. Oh, I had those mama burgers. That was sad.
Yeah, we grew up on those.
Yes,
Those
exactly.
and Mom's ketchup. Did you ever have that?
Mom's ketchup? No, like homemade
It's the
ketchup?
empty bottle of ketchup that lived in every refrigerator. That was you would just add a dash of water and shake.
Oh yes, you could make it last forever.
Yes, yeah. Eventually, it comes down to it's just kind of.
Bought on our house for like 15 years.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, my family believes that you can magically make soap go further by adding water to it, and I've tried to explain to them. Yeah, well, I've tried to explain to them. It's like liquid soap. Basically, I'm going to try and wash my hands, and it looks like a happy ending at the end of some kind of movie shoot. And it's like, guys, no, just add more soap. It's okay. I'll work overtime. We'll get some more soap. So.
Oh, by the way, Ralph.
Yes.
Can you hear that?
Uh-oh. Do I have noise coming through? I'm sorry. Let me see.
No, that's my fan.
Oh, that's yours? Oh,
that's my fan. Yeah, I got a fan because it's
good for
been 80 degrees here. 80 degrees.
Oh,
so it's been a bit hot.
You poor sweet child.
A bit clammy. A bit clammy, as we call it.
Okay, now let me ask you, in the pubs, can you go back in the back of the pub and get like bags of ice where you can dump it in a bathtub where like you and Mrs. Pete can try and drop your body temperatures?
No, if you went in a pub and asked for a bag of ice, they'd probably think you were a terrorist or something.
What would you do with a bag of ice?
What do you want a bag of ice for?
Blimey,
what are you going to use that for?
Blimey, Edgar, he wants a bag of ice. I don't know, he's got a license for that. Better call.
Behaviour.
He
wants water in frozen form.
Better call.
What's going on there?
Yeah, better call Scotland Yard on that one.
Can you hear that? I have got ice in my beer, even.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, you're serious hot. Man, okay.
Seriously, there's an afterburn going on as well.
All right,
I've actually gone. My skin's gone a different color. I'm no longer white. I'm slightly less white.
Like you're like somewhat pink.
I'm like a pinky color. It's a strange feeling. But if I turn my arms around, the underside of my arms are still white, very white. So there you go.
Oh.
And there's been this large orange ball in the sky. I don't know what's going on.
You know what? I think that might... that's just Trump's reflection. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Because Matty said in the chat, "Are you guys drunk already?" I don't think it's us who's drunk.
Well, I might be. I might be. All right.
Drunk?
Yeah, I'm
not drunk yet.
Well, yeah, I'm working on it. Hey, I'm huffing compressed air. I'm sorry. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I apologize. I have a delay that came through on YouTube, so you saw that before me.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, Pete. Sorry.
Yeah. So I was just saying before the show began, I've finally been cajoled into watching this speech marks movie. So yeah, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone.
That's right.
Otherwise known as Canada.
Well, yes. Yeah. And we're not talking Vancouver either. We're talking real Canada.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, that's right.
With not Han Solo as the star.
Well, of course. Yeah. Are you implying?
My mom loves him.
I was gonna say, are you implying that this might be a Star Wars ripoff?
No.
He's totally not Han's shoulder holster.
Yes, completely.
Sadie wants a timestamp. Timestamp Sadie is 0.00.
Yes, we have not started yet.
Mine opens up like right on the Columbia logo.
Hold on, let me check. I think I have. One second, and we go right to the Columbia logo. So we are about to get started, Sadie and Kay. I apologize. I have been on a drunken ramble for the last few minutes, so I just wanted to, drink.
I suggest then for the countdown, considering this is a Star Wars ripoff, and there is actually an R2-D2 actual sound that they ripped off. I'm sure they didn't pay Lucas for the R2-D2 sound. And they didn't get copyright struck, did they? The swines. So I think, as a tribute to being copyright struck, I'll do an R2-D2 impersonation to signify play, signify go.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind that. Absolutely. Well,
I just have to get it right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, let's get everything lined up. Let me explain this for everybody that is coming in. This is the first time that you're listening to one of these. This is a commentary. So if you've reached here by Googling on YouTube trying to find the movie, I'm sorry. YouTube will not let us actually show the movie, and
that's totally good.
Yeah, we will get yeeted into the sun. So, but we are a commentary track. So the idea is you get your copy of the movie, we have our copy of the movie. We all synchronize our start with a 3, 2, 1 countdown, or whatever bizarre method we choose. And then we all watch it together as it goes along. If you're in the chat, like Cosmetti, Sadie Bella, if Lady J or anybody else drops in, just throw your comments in there. It's basically a chance for us all to just kind of have a good time, have some fun. If you're watching it after the fact, hopefully that you'll enjoy it and you'll come back for a live run through.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, with that said, we have our movies set up and ready to go. Our movie is going to start off. There's a 1 second, and we go right into the Columbia logo, and then things will get rolling along periodically throughout the movie. We'll give you timestamps, give you descriptions of what's going on, and you should be able to follow along fairly closely. And I think that is it. I'm going to huff a little more air, and then we will be ready to roll. Here we go. Okay, feeling better. Oh, baby. All right, so everybody got their movies up and ready to go?
Yep.
Ready to go.
Right. Pete, would you like to do the honors there? Captain R2-D2?
I certainly will.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
And away we go. Very nice. I like that one.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was like R2-D2 wolf whistling. I was impressed.
I felt like the guy from Police Academy was in the same room.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I thought, how can I combine R2-D2 with the character of Wolf? So that was the thing I come up with.
Dude, that's it. You should become a character actor, and you should just always embrace that. Ivan Reitman, there we go. Tying back in with, Caddyshack from a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm not sure.
Lamont Johnson.
Yeah, Lamont Johnson. I've never heard of him. Okay, you'll notice from the titles flying at you. This was filmed during the 3D craze in the 80s. So
flying at you with sound effects.
Yeah, everybody throw
you see how
your
that's
3D
slightly off
glasses
center
on.
as well.
I don't get why they're doing that.
Buck Rogers plus Star Wars plus Star Trek plus Superman all wrapped into one.
Yeah, there you go. And we're running through a screensaver from 1996 right now.
Yeah, this is
for Buck Rogers.
Ernie Hudson.
Yep.
Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters.
And did you catch Molly Ringwald?
Yeah, and as she was a very beautiful lady, Andrea Moravucci, sorry, Michael Ironside.
Yes, Michael Ironside. I think he had to be having just an absolute blast during making this.
Whenever I hear his name, I just think, "See you at the party, Richter."
Yes.
Total recall where he rips his arms off.
Yes.
The big man, Raymond Burr, raising his orchids from a wheelchair.
Yeah. So yeah, Peter Strauss, he wasn't in anything else, was he really, other than this, or was he?
Rich Man, Poor Man.
Yeah.
Mom loved him.
Okay.
I feel like he was in what's that movie? Gatsby. Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Was he in that?
Oh, was he?
Ooh.
I don't remember.
Oh. Space.
Space.
Is Ralph still there? Yeah.
Oh, yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
He was lost in space.
Now, this...
Space.
Yeah. Flying through an electrical nebula, which, isn't dangerous at all.
No, this is science, man. Science.
What if it's the Van Allen belt? Hello.
Yeah, well, I would prefer the Van Halen belt, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're not talking like the Sammy Hagar version of Van Halen belt.
Oh! Ralph, the explosion was so powerful, it's made the entire nebula disappear.
Well,
so the nebula that caused the explosion has now disappeared. An explosion caused by nebula that's not even there.
Okay, look.
Just don't get science, do you?
Yeah, this is science, man. Don't make me have to explain everything to you.
3D explosion coming at you there.
5 minutes.
That was the first 3D bit.
But
and here's planet not Tatooine. Planet not Tatooine.
And not Arizona or Utah by any means.
Well, you know, come on, guys. You know.
I do love that all the spaceships are very H.R. Giger.
Yeah.
Like, there was no expense spared with design. The movie's great. All the design's great.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Awesome space helmet.
All right, hold on. I'm pulling a Jurassic Park reference now. Spared no expense.
Can I just point out they all have penis helmets?
Well, but they are circumcised, so it's okay. HR circumcised.
They are penis helmets. Now, why do they take them off? Like they're like, you know, boiled eggs. But she just takes the whole thing off in one go.
Yeah, the other two don't.
Then they take the other bits off. Just Is that like the packing, like Cheetos that you get?
Yeah, in the future, that's how you deliver your brides.
Yeah, this is Amazon 1983.
Where are we?
Yeah, well, we're not on Tatooine.
The makeup department. This isn't the perfumery. I just wanted to get a haircut. I don't care that it's lockdown.
You're not wearing your mask.
Where's your mask?
Where's your mask?
You're being attacked by a group of wild Karens. Save me! Save me.
No! Hey, welcome to the autonomous zone. Where's my hand sanitizer? We're fresh out of croissants. You didn't bring the croissants, you.
We're on planet Chaz. Oh crap!
The Chaz Mobile.
Hey, wait a minute. That's the same car my mom has.
Is that meteorite, like a frozen turd or something?
Well, it's not supposed to be a frozen turd, but that is what they used for the movie prop.
Here's the voice of Harold Ramis.
Rest in peace, dear sweetie, gone.
And I've always wondered if, when you see the inside of his ship, the window that doesn't match the outside, there's way more windows on the inside. But is that the set from Brawl?
Is that the what?
I like the reference to his wife's wanting, you know, the divorce payments.
Oh yeah.
By the way, all of his chairs are strapped down with masking tape.
Okay, hold on. I'm really disturbed by the fact that he's out in the middle of space and he has a bunch of tissues beside his chair.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we find out later why they're there.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. R2's about to turn up. Highly technical solution here, Ralph. If you're having issues with your PC, this is how you solve them.
Well, that's how I handle my job daily.
R2, is that you?
He didn't even try turning it off and back on again.
Poor R2. He's got R2 stuck in his ship somewhere. Is that where they got the idea to plug the droid in Solo?
Oh, I bet so.
Here's C-3PO.
There's this sex doll, Captain Sexy Legs. Hi there. I'm the quote unquote ship's engineer.
Yeah, okay, I'll take a look at it. And don't laugh this time.
I'd love to know where the sector control is. There's always a sector control, isn't there?
I don't know. I wonder if it's what's on his belt. That N logo is on everything in the movie.
Oh, that's a good point.
They world built in this.
Yeah, they wanted really bad for this to take off and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you catch the line? I'm trying to fix it, but you just won't give me enough time. They're always wanting me to do something else. Bow chicka wow.
Yep. And
3,000 mega credits? Mega credits? Heck, baby.
That's like
so is this a cash grab?
Well, yeah.
Is a cash grab? The best of the cash grab.
Yeah, absolutely. Cash grab. It's another cash grab.
And here's the backstory.
Yes. Please. At least he didn't start off with, as you all know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the only time
before the show. If this was now, they wouldn't even mention this stuff. You would just have to read all the fan fiction to fill it
in. This is the only time you see the real face of Michael Ironside on the screen there.
Ooh. Of all three of them, right?
This is what they looked like before they went to the planet. Horrible things happened to them. Charmers. Might as well just gone the whole thing and just said charming. Activate go to Tatooine Drive, charming.
Gotta love that model.
Yeah.
Right, we are coming in.
Not so bad, that shot.
No, that's actually a good shot.
Yeah.
We are now 10 minutes and 23 seconds in, folks. And we are just coming into not Tatooine.
Not the wasteland of Australia.
Yeah, not the airback, mate.
Yes, if you see any kangaroos come by.
Crime.
Look at that fried angler.
And this is not
the Scrambler.
Yeah, this is the Scrambler.
One of the coolest movie cars ever. Because back then, every movie had to have a cool car.
Yeah, I gotta give them. This is a cool car. It's like a Land Rover with herpes.
Yeah. It's like an H.R. Giger designed a Jeep.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It's not the Interceptor.
No, it is not the Interceptor, but it's got mud grip tires on it, baby. It'd be accepted here in Texas.
The design is based on the CK7 Jeep, but the actual car it's built on is the what is that Dodge? The old Dodge SUV, Ram Charger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You'll notice that it has that long back end that the Ram Charger had.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely see the CK influence on it.
Yeah. But don't give you a nosebleed when you sit in the driver's seat. It ain't worth shit.
Oh, and
is
now
that right?
We're gonna camouflage the ship.
Yes, the ship disappears.
Yeah. If you don't need oxygen when you're driving your vehicle, the lift kit's not big enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, the film takes place in the year 2136.
Oh, yeah.
We've come so far in such a short time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think people just stopped wasting time on Twitter.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And then the human race took off.
Well, I think they would probably do it.
They will purge all of the Chinese-run tech companies and we'll become an amazing race of people.
Actually, I disagree. I think what triggered humanity. I think what triggered humanity's surge forward was Twitter unblocking BitChute again. Yeah, I'm a little bitter.
This car did show up in an episode of Knight Rider.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think that, I looked it up, and apparently that's its last appearance. They scrapped it after that.
Okay,
Pirates of the Caribbean here.
Yeah, exactly.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow's in this too. Rock on, man.
Where's the space from?
Oh, I got. Oh, blah.
Bollocks.
I dare say someone has pooped in my cabin. I think it was the cabin boy.
And this is not Mad Max, this vehicle.
Yeah, there's a lot of knots in this movie, I think.
Yeah.
Strikes!
Okay, wait a minute. Would the motorcycles be not Logan's Run, or...
Yeah, not...
Bloody hell, they come from a Morton Joe! I do like these gun turret / motorcycles. Are pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, I like the gun turrets. Yes.
The Ramrod and Scrambler were both built on Dodge and model pickup truck chassis.
Sweet. So there's hope for me yet.
Yes. Now, there's the guy. He's one of the 3, isn't he? Who was sent to the planet originally.
Uh-oh, they had to shoot it. They had to shoot it not Han Solo, so he's getting into it now. He did not shoot first.
You know what's sad is this is a better Han Solo movie than that Solo movie that came out.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the irony. That's the irony. This is Beeson Carroll, who plays Grandman Patterson, who was one of the 3 guys who went there years and years ago to deal with the plague. And I can't believe I'm actually bothering to tell you that.
You know what? I'm glad you are, man. Because I'm just sucked into the B-movie goodness. This is what my youth was all about. Saturday afternoons, B-movie in the VHS player.
Yeah, my mom always ordered Star Wars movies from Wish, and this is what we got.
Well, we were saying before, weren't we, Flash, about this is very similar to the battle on Jabba's pleasure yacht, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yes.
And did they have a copy of that, or why is there a similarity?
It's probably the other way around, given that Lucas likes to borrow.
But by the way, when you run out of laser soundtrack effects, just start using cowboy bullet soundtrack effects.
Oh yeah, throw in some spaghetti western. There is Aquanet in space.
Right, so did they just break their necks there? They just broke their neck.
Oh, they're winning.
Doing it again. Yeah. Right, so they're dead then. They're dead, basically.
That's not how you knock someone out. That's how you knock someone out forever.
Oh, here's the not Mad Max glider Jara captains. Jara captains.
You know, few things break fear into my heart like gliders coming at me. Yeah. Especially trailing smoke.
I don't know if more 80s than hang gliders, though.
Well, if you came from Oregon, that would be really scary.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel so triggered. Your aerial superiority is so Nazi-ish.
They've got air support, guys. Retreat.
Yeah, and that's the most convenient way to pick up women. You put a big hoop on them and then catch them with a... That would never go horribly wrong.
That earn their money for sure.
You know what? Exactly. Guys, I'm thinking that I now know where The Dark Knight Rises stole the skyhook scene from. How Batman got out of Hong Kong.
Well, I think
little did we know.
But unlike the
ironic thing about this,
it had something to do with the plot.
Well, I was thinking more like Deliveroo. You know, they've got like a little bag around them with a loop, bag handles, and he just comes along and picks it up. It's like Deliveroo. I don't know if you have Deliveroo out there.
What is Deliveroo?
No.
Loudest chicken in history.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, avert your eyes, Kay. It's a chunk.
You'll know that it's the same chicken from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, that's the loudest.
That was
so hang on, there's been There's been a worldwide plague on this planet that's wiped out almost all humans, but the goats and chickens are fine.
Or is it just the radiation that's there because it's a alien planet?
I don't know, but
didn't take hold.
Whatever it is, it doesn't affect goats and chickens.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I forgot to turn the TV on. There we go. TV's on now.
Oh.
There you go. Got something to watch. I don't know. I'm thinking it's like the Coof. They spoof what?
They speak in Mad Max slang.
Ooh.
It's not that.
Are they after gasoline?
Yeah, I think that was copied from Mad Max 2 as well, wasn't it? But there's some
more chickens.
Some chickens there. I don't know what breed they are. Those black and white ones there.
Hey, if there are any chicken specialists in the chat, please let us know what chickens those are.
Please let us know that breed. So this is...
Hey, Earther, wait a minute. That's our word. You can't use that word.
Hey, we got blood loss over here. Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Oh, hold on. The saddest part in the movie.
Yep.
Oh, no. Totally unnecessary. You're so wasteful. This is like engineered obsolescence, isn't it? Like, oh, shucks.
Lovebot 5000 has suffered a fatal crash.
Slight mark on the head. I'm going to have to destroy it.
Scene where they reveal to the audience she's just a Lovebot.
Yeah. That's like your mouse breaks. Throw your whole PC away.
Well,
I just smashed my whole computer with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, her nose melted, so her hotness level is way down for him. So.
I lost my mouse pad.
Yeah, it's a little bit affected, yeah. But it's such a waste. It's like, oh, I'll just get another from the shop, the store.
Do you think I wonder if there's a reason he does this, though? Like, is he just that possessive of her? Like, no one else can have her?
I think that's it.
I'll tell you the reason for it.
Dead robot.
No, it makes way for the other female sidekick. That's why. There's another female sidekick coming up, and hey, this movie ain't big enough for 2 female sidekicks.
Exactly.
That is true. You can't have too many of them on screen at one time.
Gentlemen, we have an answer to our chicken question. The chunk has been identified. A Bard Plymouth Rocks, which means nothing to me. Are those delicious? I'm not sure.
I know their eggs are good.
Ooh, yes, especially with ramen and some Cholula, and some Valentina sauce.
Is that like a boiled egg in the ramen?
Yes. Yeah. So what you do is
There's a guy who's got caught in barbed wire there, by the way.
Oh, no, I think that's more decorative. Yeah, I hear this fall barbed wire is going to be all the rage.
Yeah.
It will be. It's the new jewelry.
This
is not the Conan cave.
Okay, and I have to point out...
And it's also not Indiana Jones' temple.
Yeah, and I've got to point out, not Han Solo has blood stripes on his shirt sleeves instead of his pants legs.
He has shirts and pants with stripes, so he's
the gun's really.
Oh, does he? I can't see.
Yeah, the gun's not that interesting, is it?
No.
They both shoot rockets.
Yeah.
Oops.
Cooties.
Oh man, I hate it when I fall into dead bodies.
Oh. Bum ba-dum ba, bum ba-da.
Yeah, exactly.
Did that get a copyright strike?
Oh, probably.
That was like a staple of 80s movies, was when you went in an old place, there were always skeletons.
Yes.
Like, skeletons are kind of out of work now.
And because it wasn't rated R, they weren't like all squishy and stuff. They're all dried out.
Yeah. What's this?
Oh, I could have fixed this sex bot with this. Great.
I'll take that home to the spaceship for medicinal use. And here we have Patterson McNabb on the sign. That was the Serum Center.
Oh, gotcha.
Patterson McNabb.
Oh, great. Carjacking. Here we go. What is this, Minneapolis?
Some things never change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the autonomous zone. Autonomous zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, 16 candles.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Kay has a great point. The apparently the Barred Plymouth Rock's breed of chickens tastes like chicken, but doesn't everything?
Wow.
So they taste like
the Matrix. Yeah.
Does everything taste like chicken, or does chicken taste like everything?
Bone
I was
out.
told turtle tastes like chicken, and it does not.
This beer does
Molly
not taste like
Ringwald.
chicken. Yeah, how
Ricky.
old was she in this? She was 16?
15.
15?
15.
Wow.
And there's a couple of Weinstein. Shall I also say EP Stein moments later?
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Like implied things. Because I mean, this was made in the glory days of Hollywood, wasn't it?
Oh yes, yes, the ultra sleazy.
When all of those slimos, sleazy sleaze bags, yeah.
Well, you know, and I was watching a video about the movie The Crush with Alicia Silverstone, and you know that was her first role. She'd never done anything before. Yeah, I believe so. She was.
It came out after she was famous, right?
Yes,
it was like her first movie.
Yeah, it was her first one filmed, if I recall correctly. And yeah, exactly. Carrie Elwes was in it, and
that other chick that never does anything anymore.
Oh gosh, who was she? I forget now.
The one from Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I can't think. Jennifer Rubin.
Oh, okay, yeah. But the thing was
Carrie Elwes, The Crush. He thought it was just a crush. The Crush.
Yeah, she had just turned 16. She's filming the movie. And so they're sending the dailies back to Hollywood, and of course the producer calls and he's like, "I want to see some boobies." And he's like, the director's like, "We can't do that. She's 16." "Nah, I need to see some boobies." And it's like, nah. And so they actually compromised, and they put a body double in to give him a butt shot. And it's like, you're right. It's just terrible. It was so sleazy back in that point.
Well, there's a character in this movie who is literally like that, the chemist.
The chemist, yes.
This is the movie that John Hughes saw, and he said, "I want her to be my star."
Yeah, especially the part where not Han Solo opens the window because she stinks.
He stinks.
Yep.
I just remember, I remember watching this, and at some point, you get kind of surprised, when he forces her to clean up. But yeah, I don't think young me ever made the connection that, oh, this is the girl from The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles and everything.
Yeah. Yes, Weinstein. Weinstein.
Meanwhile, in
down in the basement.
This is definitely the Biden basement. Oh, I'd love to smell her hair.
Yeah, and Cosmetti asked, does she even have boobies yet? Don't think so. She may not now, but even regardless, we're coming down to, it was just gross back in those days. That was how they did things.
Yeah.
The plane bus, the plane. The paragliders bus, the paragliders. Welcome to Epstein Island.
Oh my gosh.
And the stream just goes straight.
Epstein Island.
Budget cuts on the Lolita Express. Hey ladies, come on in. Welcome down to Epstein Island. Oh, wait a minute.
Now this scene was only put in the movie so they could make this really crappy joke. I don't eat dog.
Oh yes. Well,
but that's
is that
it's
baked
good
beans
to know
though?
that even in the future we still have hot dogs.
I really don't know what that is. Actually, I had beer brats this evening.
Oh, did you now?
For the first time. Yes, I made beer brats for myself.
Well, nice. This movie carries on in the tradition of Red Letter Media's Space Cop, where they make a hot dog joke. So may have to crack that out and watch that one weekend. That is hilarious in their intentional terrible execution.
Yeah, you know, this movie cost, I think, $14 million to make. And I think it only made... how much did it gross? It made 16.5, so they made a total of $2 million profit.
Yeah, and see, the thing is
$2 million.
Yeah, it probably lost money too, because when they talk about how much it cost to make, I don't think they ever figure in promotion.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I think the big thing. Sorry, Flash.
I don't think they did. Like back then, they didn't really figure that into the part of the money like they do now. But yeah, like 5 days later, Jedi dropped, so this had no chance.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I mean, the other thing they didn't figure in was the fact that they filmed it in 2 different formats, 2D and 3D. And the 2D was actually a different screen ratio to the 3D. So even that cost them a bundle in doing that.
Yeah. So many mistakes. And Kay brings up, says this movie might have done slightly better if they gave him a sexy sidekick, or at least one that looks like a girl. The bath scene is coming up soon. She does improve.
Well, they killed her off, though. They killed off the sexy sidekick.
So here's Weinstein. And welcome to my nightclub. I have a selection.
Please step over to the Bow Chicka Wow Wow machine.
I have all the wires.
Look at my really bad steampunk cosplay. And here is my selection of space roofies.
Sorry, space roofies. Here, try this cocktail of space. Wait a minute, is that a margarita machine? Oh, great acting.
I'm a Playboy model. I want to go home and pose naked for a magazine.
I'm sure this is very reminiscent of their time at Hefner's Mansion.
Oh, hold on a minute, guys. Here comes a great 3D shot. It's like it's coming right at you.
And waves.
You okay, man?
I almost choked. I just choked them up here. Man, that was the worst ever. Dear me. Oh. Hang on, I'm gonna
if you die on stream, I'm definitely gonna get demonetized. Don't do it, man.
Demonetized, but world famous.
Is that so bad? She sounds like Margot. She sounds like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn right there.
Ugh.
All right, get ready, Kay. Here's where the whole movie turns around as far as his sidekick.
Yeah.
This is where it turns into like a John Wayne Western.
Yeah, you beat me to it. This is the John Wayne moment. Get in there, you scruffy little ragamuffin. I'm going to clean you up like sheep dip month.
I'm going to scrub the ornery off of you now.
You got dirt on your dirt. You're that dirty.
Oh, right cross.
Now, this scene today would be problematic. Oh, no, attempted drowning.
You're allowed to do that.
Exactly. He's putting toothpaste on her head. No!
Forced shampooing. Shampooed against her will. My dunk.
Kay comes in and says, "Oh no, not Bananarama."
So there we go.
There you go. It turns out there is a Molly Ringwald under there.
She's been so brave now.
It's probably still better than her experiences with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
good point.
that would have been actual, But yeah, this is a problematic scene, I think.
Or Judd Nelson. He just looks like he smells bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn around. Yeah. Okay, you stink less now. Terrible.
There just happened to be a nice hot bath pool nearby as well. That was convenient.
Was it hot or just filled with dry ice?
Good enough, you know. It's not Tatooine, so if it was Tatooine, you wouldn't have it. So
you wouldn't have any water like this in Tatooine. But there you go. What's that strange noise?
Uh-oh. What could this be?
Oh, look. It's a snowplow.
The Ralph-mobile.
No. Anybody want to rent my snowplow on a planet with no snow?
And wait a minute. Is that cab a helmet?
Mr. Plow, this is my territory.
I just washed this thing off. I'm keeping it.
Now that you're clean, you can ride on the bumper.
Oh, hang on. This is another rip. This is Spielberg's The Duel.
Well, I put it up there with The Car.
Yeah.
Good call, yeah.
Brolin.
Who was? Yeah. It was Brolin in that, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That scene in the garage where the car is blocking him from escaping.
Mm-hmm.
The scene I like in that movie is where it hits the lady through her house.
Yes.
And she's on the phone, and you can see the headlights outside. And it just drives straight through.
That is such a great movie. And the completely unlikable drunk who beats his family turns out to be the hero in the end. That was the 70s for you.
Ernie Hudson matters.
Ernie Hudson!
Yeah, Ernie Hudson just yeeted not Han Solo into the boulders. Not Han. When someone asks you if you're an intergalactic god, you say yes.
And yes, this is Ernie Hudson, who is not Lando. So we've got not Han and not Lando.
Now, for those of you keeping up at home, we are at 36 minutes and 58 seconds. Coming up right on 37 minutes. So not Han Solo and not Lando are having a fight right now.
He's more a not Chewbacca than not Lando. He's not space pimp enough to be Lando.
I'm sorry, that's problematic, Flash. We're gonna have to just edit that out.
Well, his best quote from Ghostbusters was, I think Venkman asks him, "Do you believe in UFOs, astral projection, mental telepathy, ESP, clairvoyance, spirit photography, telekinetic movement, full trance mediums, the Loch Ness Monster, and the theory of Atlantis? If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say."
Exactly. Beauty. Man, that was poetic.
Yeah.
Look what you did! Rested!
Now, wait a minute.
Bastards!
So earlier in the movie we had computer problems, we kicked it. Now we're having vehicle problems, we kick it. I sense a trend here.
Molly's playing... yeah, I think Molly's playing, like, not Luke and Leia in one person.
He's pretty much the prototype anime character.
Yeah.
This is like the young teen annoying girl that's on like every anime cartoon ever made.
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right.
It's Edward from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, all the way down to the voice. I cannot believe that you are leaving me behind. Do not leave me behind. I am not. I am a woman. Do not leave me behind. I like the aluminum foil blankets too.
Well, in the future, everything looks like the 1990s.
Yeah, Wolf definitely shops at a Harmon Surplus.
Colin Mochry's in this movie.
Oh, you're a kid. Oh, yeah, he's a
He plays
helmeted
guard,
bad
but
guy.
we don't know which one. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a partner.
So the movie posters feature the text, Wolf and Nikki. He's an interstellar adventurer. She's a young rebel. Together, they set out on a mission to rescue 3 stranded women from a planet no one has warned them about, because no one has ever returned.
A planet known as what? Blah, 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 blah.
There is this soundtrack that Bernstein does. There's little echoes of Conan. I really do believe little bits of cocaine. Conan.
Well, it is the 80s, so cocaine is prevalent.
What's cocaine in the movie? By the way, Wolf with 2 Fs, because everybody has an extra F in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Has their version of the Apple iWatch.
Yeah.
And you can see in the 2130s, they go super retro with the iWatch.
The circuit board logo.
Well, yeah. Of course. Yeah, it's
the transistor watch.
Well, it's because they had to stop making it in China, so they sent it back to the U.S.
It said back there. Well, here at the Nebraska factory,
exactly. You get a bunch of huskers out there soldering stuff. It's not quite as neat as those little hands.
Yeah, minimum wage kind of sucks when you're trying to get stuff done like that. It's like, boy, we really miss that slave labor in China.
Exactly. Okay, now that comes back to, what was it, Gundars in that were eating the hulls in the Millennium Falcon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Should we go out and check? They're probably chewing on the power cables.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chewie's like, kiss my butt.
That's a nice matte painting there.
Yeah, they drive into a matte painting.
Penis-shaped structures again.
Once again, this is Hollywood in the 80s.
Weinstein was involved. There's a lot of penises in this movie.
I want to see some boobies.
Exactly.
She's 12.
Let's, for some random reason, stop here, which has absolutely nothing to do with the story whatsoever.
No, but this was something that made my mom laugh out loud when we watched it on VHS, so... Audience, brace yourself for the most terrifying villains you will ever see.
Yes. What's the is it Walmart that has the scariest people ever? Or is there another supermarket which is even worse?
Yeah, peopleofwalmart.com. That is quite entertaining. Especially when you look through and you see people that are at your local Walmart that are listed.
Okay, so this is 2 a.m. in the morning. You're going to your local Walmart to pick up a few essentials.
Yeah, I think the one thing that will be left off is you will have to imagine the tramp stamp. I don't think they put tramp stamps on these bad guys. Are these baddies? Are we the baddies? So why do they call you Wolf?
You know,
I bought the extra F for a couple extra credits.
Wolf.
Sorry.
Wolf doesn't say, "I've got a bad feeling about this."
Well, after ripping off R2-D2, yeah, they've ripped off everything else.
And he should have said to the young girl, Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
There you go.
You cheat, Wolf. You cheat.
There you go. Let the ginger win. What was that? Her ginger senses are activated. Wait a minute, it's a cat. Holy crap. Throw a boot at it.
Sounds like something squishy.
Uh-oh. Nothing to see here. Come on. Let's walk down under these giant latex cocoons.
Yeah. This is not what happens if you eat McDonald's your entire life.
Well, it was filmed in the U.S.
That's lower than...
smell like a Ben & Jerry's factory.
Oh.
It's the twins from Nothing But Trouble.
Comic Skate.
Oh, dear me.
Super chats. Give us super chats.
Ben & Jerry's.
Was that Boogie 182 guy? The second one from the left?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
And they've got the power to break through metal. Oh, my boobies!
Right. Yeah, right in the boobie, man.
Well, you did get what you wanted. The producers, I want to see boobies.
Well, yeah, my wish was answered, I guess.
Yeah?
Guess that's a hard way to get your nipple pierced.
So, I mean, what are they? They're like moth fatties.
Who knows?
I think you got it right with people at Walmart. I've seen this at 2 a.m. at Walmart. I swear.
Yeah. This is...
sliding out of fat tubes. Come on,
like
guys.
Duty people. Duty people.
Hold on a minute.
The Walmart people are upset that
for some Slim Jims.
No, I just keep waiting on one to go, get in my belly.
I like my baby ribs.
My baby back, baby back, baby back. Oop, another matte painting.
Oh,
Here we go, guys.
Yeah.
What? That's it's quite a good one. Oh,
Hold on a minute.
We're watching Time Tunnel now.
This is like a disco gone wild.
Gotta be the baby.
This the one with the 17-minute organ solo?
So this is the not Death Star with the not Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But possibly the Immortan Joe.
But seriously, this is an allegory for Hollywood, isn't it? It's just...
Yeah, I think
this is Hollywood.
Well, you know what they say, right? You know.
He's got a pneumatic sporran.
A pneumatic what?
I breathe through my pneumatic sporran.
Out.
Oh yeah, and then you got this wacky scene where he wants them undressed. This is just like...
Yeah,
this is just like footage of the casting of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Undress her. Then you hear Transformers sounds.
Yeah, this is like... We're definitely at the Weinstein Mansion here. No idea what the hell. This is even weirder than that scene in Zardoz. And you know which scene I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes. But
So,
fortunately,
for the ladies
in the chat, you were spared. You didn't have to see the ending of that.
Now, I don't see the
to
point of this scene either, but I do like the architecture.
Wrestler Reggie Bennett.
Yeah.
And it's really
I like
cool
the
stuff.
fact that it's like a metallic mangrove grove, isn't it? It's, it is inventive, but it's a shame. It just doesn't mean anything in the overall story at all. Again, you know,
it's a chance to show off hot chicks.
Yeah.
And here we have another random scene. Is this where she goes backwards into the into the water?
Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't obvious that shot was reversed, was it there, guys? Nikki. Oh, well, lost her. So I have to find something else dirty to wash.
Oh, I know why they've got because this reminds me of Aquaman. It reminds me of Wonder Woman because these are all Amazons, aren't they? But a cross between Amazons and Aquaman, because a lot of the people who wrote this
is a setup that doesn't pay off because they don't come back.
But weren't a lot of the people who wrote this involved in Marvel Comics?
Yeah,
that one I can't
apparently
swear.
so.
Ooh.
So that's where these sort of ideas are coming in.
Okay, now hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
The whole movie feels like 2000 AD.
Yeah, hold on a minute. He was in knee-deep water, and he just jumped into 30-foot deep water. I'm confused.
Ralph, I'm sorry. Are you expecting some sort of consistency here?
No, I'm just going to enjoy the underwater scenery. Hold on.
Come on. There's the... Chewie, can you reach my lightsaber?
It's that monster from Red Sonja.
But
more animated.
It's the totally not a really bad animatronics thing. I wouldn't be scared of that. Its mouth isn't even big enough to eat a hand.
Yeah, I gotta say that
tiny Muppet.
That looks suspiciously like the space herpy from Ice Pirates.
Yeah.
Oh, good shot there. Not bad.
And I've just killed your water god. So
use a blaster that sounds like a. You use a blaster that has a sound effect from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The water women are afraid of the water monster. It seemed like they were calling it when it shows up, and they're like, "I'm out of here."
So they're gonna have to find something else to worship now because their god is dead. Cosmetti says Amazons and Atlanteans.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And earlier she had like a being sick face.
No, wait a minute. That little thing, is that like Xena, Princess Warrior? Did they steal that from this?
Yes.
There you go, man.
And Handy Hatch there.
Convenient.
And they
look,
don't
we
chase
broke
after
out
them.
right next to a matte painting.
Well, they came out in Arizona.
Broke out next. Look at this. We've come out in Colorado. What the hell?
How convenient.
It's lovely Utah. Home of
look closely, there's like a Wells Fargo just over there.
There's got to be a Starbucks around here somewhere.
Where Charlton Heston crashed down in Planet of the Apes.
Ooh, yeah, look for the Statue of Liberty. Use that as a landmark.
Yeah.
When they see that, they know they've gone too far.
Look for a half-buried Starbucks.
That's exactly it. Yes, thank you, Kay. Yes.
Starbucks. Oh my God.
I can't say that right now because I'm 4 beers in, but that is the word. Can somebody say that word that Kay just threw in there for us?
What does it mean, though, before I say it?
That's the
what does it mean?
thing.
Oh, the ululation.
Yes.
Ululation.
Yes.
Ululation.
That is actually a thing from Middle Eastern cultures. I believe it's a sound of mourning. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I am a trailer park manager who is currently drinking. Yeah. I'm a trailer park manager who is currently drinking Shiner Bock
strawberry
the
sound I
brew.
make when I swing from a rope.
I was thinking more like I would be maybe circling the wagons if I heard that. I don't know.
Yes.
Whenever I fire an arrow, I get the urge to make that sound.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, now it looks like they're walking across a salt flat, but with water.
Yeah.
This is where all their budget went, was like location, location, location everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was this shot?
So
Do you
the
have it in
film
there?
was shot in
Cane
Cane Creek,
Utah and
Bull
Arizona.
Canyon, Colorado River, Potash, Lower Schaefer Trail, Potash Settling Ponds, that's the Potash Settling Ponds, Gray Hills, and US Highway 91, and also south
really?
of the
I thought I
Canyon
recognized
Lands.
that.
Yeah.
The Highway
Canyon Lands
91 is
Airport.
in a ton of westerns too.
Oh, hold on a minute.
There's like there's a rock wall.
Hold on, this is
If you
terrible,
watch the
guys.
episode of Half General Travel where he races the camel.
Guys,
They show that same rock wall like 15 times.
this is terrible. I was just looking at some of the trivia. Ernie Hudson was cast as Washington due to a resemblance to Lando Calrissian, who had just recently first appeared in the Star. And I'm like, what? No, he doesn't look anything like Lando.
Nothing like that.
Exactly.
But, to the Canadian eye, he probably does, because they've seen like 2 black people ever.
Oh, wait.
Oh, and look, convenient,
no.
he's got a scrambler.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like,
Kay throws out that she used to do the ululations. Used to do it to scare up bully boys in my Boston neighborhood. Watch them run. Could you
very
imagine?
good.
Hey, Joey, run to the car. We got a crazy woman out here. She's out by the harbor. She's gonna kill us all.
Warrior princess over there. Get out of here.
Biting my ears with ululations.
Ukuleleations.
Ukuleleations.
Oh man, Ernie Hudson's rubbing it in by drinking the last of the Starbucks.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick.
This is the last ever Starbucks. Yeah, so they tried the 3D thing after this movie as well, but they finally realized people aren't interested in 3D.
Yeah, it was, but it was a big fad for like 5
minutes
in the 80s.
It was home cable and home video.
Yeah,
because VHS, wasn't it? Yeah,
I think
it was
the reason
VHS,
this movie failed in the long run is because it didn't resell on video. Because why would you rent it? It's not in 3D. That was the point of the movie.
Yeah.
Jaws 3 did like really bad on home video. Same reason.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the whole reason people saw it was to see things pop out of the screen, and well, that doesn't happen on video, so not worth it.
Exactly. Total waste of time.
I can remember.
That's the problem with making anything a gimmick. It's like it's only as good as that gimmick lasts, which is going to be a really short trend.
Yeah, and I can remember them making an attempt to where you could do 3D on your television at home, but it just didn't work.
We had a local channel that had like Kung Fu Theater with Chili Billy and famed horror host. And once in a while, they would show movies in 3D.
Yeah.
And it would be like a special event, and you'd have to go to like your local store and buy glasses.
Yes. I remember an event like that.
And then they'd show the movie, and it was always like the worst movie ever.
Oh, of course.
It's like, I know why it wasn't converted to 2D, because it's awful.
Yes. Yep, and we're right there with you, Kay. Yeah, Ernie looks nothing like Lando.
Nothing.
That's Hollywood
Underdog
producer
was
logic.
Supposed to be called, Underdog was supposed to be called King Creep.
King Creep.
You should just call them Weinstein. Lord Weinstein.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, as we would know him in Hong Kong, Lord Jackie Chan.
Yeah. What?
What? Yeah, hold on a minute.
Jackie Chan is a famed Weinsteinite. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
No,
I didn't know until I had a
now.
friend from Hong Kong and someone mentioned Jackie Chan and they almost vomited in their mouth. And it's like, what's wrong? Like, he's disgusting. Like, what?
Really?
Oh, man, now I'm so sad.
That news didn't make it to the West.
Oh, no. No, don't shatter my dreams like that.
His movie sucked anyway. He's no Jet Li.
He was great in The Karate Kid. The original one. Not the remake. The remake with him was terrible.
So this is the reassure the young girl scene.
I really like his vest.
Mm-hmm.
He has a good vest. I like his ascot.
It's very biker.
That's a good touch.
Talking about bikers.
He looks lived in.
Here comes the bike.
These bikes, by the way, do still exist.
Oh, I want one. I want one.
They're so cool.
They do. And
wait a minute, they got the scrambler out? Oh, man.
I think, are these the Rodox machines, the converted from snowcat mobiles? Canadian snowcat mobiles.
Yeah, I could see
they're the ones we saw earlier. No, they were the ones we saw earlier.
There's that word again. Guys, that's our word. You can't take that word.
Scavs.
What brain working? Language doesn't work that way. You don't change language to become more complicated.
Yeah.
Really? LOL.
There's the Otini.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got Jawas. They're gonna strip the scrambler now.
This is
like being this movie. They're like,
so. Well, I forgot we had midgets in this
Jawas
movie
and make them really creepy.
Let's make them look like small Russian soldiers from the 19th century. Miniature Cossacks!
Alright, side note here. My favorite scene in the whole series of The Mandalorian when he was breaking out his gigantic rifle and disintegrating Jawas.
Yeah.
I was laughing my butt off.
That was funny. He's getting attacked by the time bandits here.
Yeah, exactly.
The creepy time bandits.
Yeah. We're gonna grab him and take him to Napoleon now.
He's like, I would shoot
That's
them.
Just it's not just like a 1911 he's got there. No, it isn't, is it? Looks a bit like just like a 1911.
No. It looks like...
it looks like an air pistol.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
Because we had air pistols that looked like that, like the shape.
Yeah.
Like the handle was somewhere, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell.
Like the ones they use in tranquilizer guns.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the thing is, like they modded it up so much you can't really tell.
So again, what's the purpose of these little people turning up and throwing things at them?
Obstacles.
Well, they had some explosives budget they had to get rid of.
Oh, he's lost the snowplow bit. I do like the bikes though.
Yeah, the bikes are cool. I gotta say, I gotta get one of those to drive around Texas.
You can see how slow they're going though because of all the extra weight of the cages on them.
Oh, could you imagine how hard they are to drive with all that extra weight?
Oh yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it's like that bike they had in the the new Judge Dredd movie, the good one. Apparently, that motorcycle could only be ridden by like 2 people because it was so complicated. Just because of the way the wheels are designed and the weight and everything.
That was the cool thing about Dredd. He had a cool uniform, a cool gun, and a cool bike. I mean, you can't ask for anything else, really.
Yeah, I have to
really,
admit,
Dredd is the only
checked
thing
that
missing
out
from this movie. Because they have the rest of 2000 AD in it.
Yeah. So,
oh, a matte painting.
There's the matte background again. Dun, 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 dun. Scary matte background.
Sounds like a Star Trek action theme in there for the soundtrack.
I was thinking this soundtrack is a rip from Mad Max. Listen to it. Elmer Bernstein's just completely ripped Mad Max soundtrack. It's just a rip from Mad Max, that soundtrack.
Yeah, well, and anyway. I like the timpani drums. Dum, 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 dum. Nice touch. Okay, for this scene,
all the detail that went into this. Like, they were trying hard.
Oh yeah, they were trying really hard. But like, for example, here for this set door, we're just gonna rip all of the crew's cars. We're just gonna rip your doors off, and we're gonna screw them to this wall.
Yeah.
Dink. Okay, now wait a minute. I see hair. This is a female?
I don't know.
A lady.
No, it's the male.
Oh.
It's
Scratch that.
Yeah.
Not a lady.
I'm not Cactus Jack. I am mankind.
Oh, nice. He just Boba Fetted him with the crossbow wrist thingamajiggy.
Yeah, I mean, this came out a week before Jedi and grossed 16.5 million.
That would be one.
A week later, Jedi did like 250 million.
Yeah. Yeah, and this one did like $35.
The rest of the summer was on top, I'm sure.
Yeah, the week when Jedi came out, you had Flash and his two buddies in the theater, and those were the only ones who saw it.
Yep. And I'm sure as soon as Jedi came out, they cleared out all the theaters so they could make room for Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Now this is Gladiators.
I wonder what else came out the week before Jedi, because I'm sure they all flopped.
Oh yeah, everything flopped.
Or like
what? Well, I know Krull came out a week
and it was
after,
right after Jedi,
and it was ruined by it. Yeah, this is Gladiator. This maze is actually quite good. This is one of the better things in the movie.
Because everything in this movie would have made it a huge hit if they'd had better timing.
Oh yeah.
Well, even the camera work. I mean, this is reminiscent of like Luke's scene with the Rancor, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just the camera work's bad, and I mean, look at that.
Thunderdome.
Yeah, Thunderdome. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It is Thunderdome, yeah.
Ouch. That's got a sting. Gonna need some Bactine over there.
Yeah, gonna need some ointment on that.
Cool birdcage.
Ooh.
That's it.
It's the ladies. Oh, of course she's got to be jealous.
So hot. I mean, as if you'd be thinking about fashion at a moment like this.
Well, I think the whole thing is to show that she's jealous. She's a woman. She wants to be recognized as a woman.
Well, Harold Ramis said he wanted to make a sci-fi comedy because he'd never seen one. And that was their reason for making the movie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this is like a dry run for Ghostbusters then?
Or a dry run for a lot of things, because comedy, Star Wars had some light moments, but there was never really any lightheartedness to anything forever.
But we said that this is the derivative movie that ended up becoming producing or being used to make other movies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of other things were ripped off from this, that which is the irony, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
Fury Road.
Yeah, exactly, and you can see it in so many movies after this. And was Roger Corman involved in this?
No, that's probably why this has a production value.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was Roger Corman, it would have that same James Horner music that he had in That'll Be on the Stars that he reused in every movie.
Oh, yes, yes.
He's like, you know what? That's a really good score. I'm going to use it in all of my movies for the next 10 years. As well as the footage, right? Because what's that terrible one where the kid stows away with the space people? And they're on the same ship from Battle Beyond the Stars when it shows the exteriors of it.
Oh, wonderful.
I can't remember.
I'm not sure. Who produced The Last Starfighter and who did the soundtrack for that?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
We're going to have to do that some stage.
Yeah, we've absolutely got to do The Last Starfighter. That was a great movie.
The Last Starfighter is a movie that still holds up.
I haven't watched it since the 80s. I remember I loved it.
Yeah.
The whole
one of these two gods is Colin Mockery.
I watched it when it first came out on DVD, and I was like, wow, this is a good movie. I thought it was going to be cheesy, because I'd only seen it like once.
Starfighter. I saw it at the movie theater, and I was blown away by it at the time, because that was when CGI was just coming out. And it was the first movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they used CGI extensively through that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah, and to keep things in check, that was when? That was mid-'80s. So you're looking at, 100 megahertz processors. At probably less than that. You know, and they're going through rendering that stuff. Unbelievable work.
Yeah. I could imagine how much time it took.
Hours and hours to get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, from what I recall from that, awesome. They actually had to go back and redo the graphics because it was going to take basically months to render, so they had to drop the details back.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
which is a shame, but even though they did that, it still works. You just
because you agree. So
yeah, you suspend disbelief, don't you? So
yeah. I mean, I watched it and I was like, oh, I know the CGI is terrible because of when it was made, but I'm like, I really didn't notice it when I rewatched it because it was like, no, the movie is just so much fun.
Yeah.
So is
sequels because it really had like potential.
Is Overdog the first Borg, by the way?
That's a good argument to make. He's the Borg Queen kind of thing.
The Borg King.
And you could say the same for the chemist as well, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah, the chemist just tried to pull a Weinstein.
I mean, do you think this is like normalizing this kind of stuff? This movie, does it? I mean, we know these people are evil, but
no,
at the time people didn't.
Evil.
I like her.
That's a difference. Like now, when they put stuff like this in a movie, it would be like the hero doing it.
Yeah.
Like they do normalize it now, I think.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is
like in old movies, when it's done, it's like the slimiest of slimy people.
Right. Yeah, so they're doing it to show how.
Like as a kid, equates that behavior with bad people.
Right. Yeah, they're doing it to show how terrible the villain is.
Yeah.
But now it's like they would give Overdog some redeeming quality because they always have to do that now. Like the villains can't just be evil.
Yeah.
They always have it was their childhood that scarred them and made them this way. It's like, no, I don't want to be the guy.
It's stupid, isn't it? Yeah. I mean,
now this is important. This is important. Overdog just made her a promise. If she makes it through the game, she'll go free.
Yeah. And we know I'm going to let you do the archetypal catchphrase when it arrives.
Okay.
But Is this in a way? Do you think Running Man was inspired by this maze sequence?
I could see some inspiration on it.
Was inspired by this.
Mm.
That's what you call it in England, right? Gladiators. We call it American Gladiators.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And now it's like Hot Lava or something like that, or The Floor is Lava is a new show like this.
Oh goodness,
yeah.
Really? Oh, that's a shame.
Actually, there's a sequence like this in the second. No, it's not in the second Conan movie. It's in that bloody awful Dungeons and Dragons movie, isn't it? Where
it was in Total Recall. Speak of the Devil, the creepy car with the drilling car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I saw that. Yeah. I've got 5 kids to feed.
Yes, exactly.
But I was thinking as well because you know how you were talking about Tim Curry the other day. What's his name? Richard O'Brien, who was in that movie as well. The Rocky Horror Picture. He wrote it actually. He played the leader of the Thieves Guild in a really awful Dungeons and Dragons movie, I think. When they had this maze sequence in that as well, so I don't know. This just goes.
Maze.
But I mean, this goes back to they've always had stuff like this in cinema, haven't they? You know.
Oh yeah.
Type stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And this. I'm sorry, this is late, but I was just thinking, the spikes, I believe my boss took inspiration from that to get me to go to work in the morning. Puts coffee at the end of the maze and uses the spikes to get me to go.
I just feel like this is the same thing that where the Holy Grail was in Indiana Jones. Jehovah, not spelled with a J. They spelled Jehovah with a Y.
Don't say Jehovah.
Yes, 5 kids to feed again.
I've got to commend them. They're pretty creative with all of the cutting, burning, chopping implements. It's pretty creative. It all is suitable as junk, but looks sufficiently deadly.
So we're at 1 hour 16 and a half.
It's just like, you know what? Let's give them some death sports.
Yes, exactly. Bread and circuses.
Yeah.
And right now, Pete brought up we're at 1:16:45, and Molly Ringwald is trying to escape from the maze, the maze o' death. And Wolf fires a rocket and rescues her.
Yeah.
He's only got 6 of those rockets.
And he gets the crap beat out of him. And in comes Overdog.
Here we go.
Yep.
Played by
my favorite line.
Captain EO. Was it Captain EO that had this villain that looked just like this?
I'm not sure, actually.
I forgot. You're trying
I lied. That's my favorite line in the whole. My favorite line in the whole movie, right there. You said if I get through, you'll set me free. I lied. That's the scene. I can remember my dad just busting a gut over that one because he's like, that is the most evil thing a villain has ever said. So I'm confused by the convection oven torture device thing she's in there.
Yeah.
She died and battered.
Yeah, she's not even breaded. I mean,
no.
She's just gonna dry out and won't be tasty.
Yeah. I think it's like Bluetooth Wi-Fi charging.
That makes sense.
Wireless recharging.
Yeah, so he's stealing her life force and charging him up wirelessly. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing this movie, years and years ago. My dad was watching it late one night, and I came downstairs and said, because I was just a kid at the time, Dad, what are you watching? It was like repeat on TV, and he said a slappity face movie, and I said, oh, what do you mean? I said, and he started slapping me, because you just can't stop watching it. It's like slapping, stop watching this. It's one of those. It's like a car crash. You can't stop looking.
One of them Star Wars movies.
Yeah, the thing that you gotta give this movie.
I don't know.
He's pulled these liquids.
Chemist just got it. Oh,
it's terrible when the liquids come out.
There's nothing worse than when you punch an old man and his catheter explodes.
Yeah, man. Well, no, actually there is. If the colostomy bag explodes, that's the end of the movie right there.
It's so terrible.
All right, we're coming down for the showdown with the big boss.
And here's the forerunner of Ripley with her exo suit. That would make not Han the alien.
Oh, I got a one-liner in there. Hang in there. Schwarzenegger probably watched this movie and goes, I'm going to try that. That is a great line.
Still the I lied line, that's for sure. Commando.
He's fairly vulnerable there, isn't he? I mean, he just has to shoot him in the head. That's all he has to do. I mean, he could just sit there for ages and just take a shot and shoot him in the head, and that's it.
Yeah, he shot Michael Ironside in the Franken Beans. Yeah.
Not Hans. Really bad shot.
Yeah, I would say get really close to him and shoot him again to make sure. But no, he didn't do that.
Oh, he's only got one carrot left.
Yep.
I wonder if they really used
in the face with it. Nope.
I wonder if the prop really was a carrot.
You can't hurt me, but I can hurt you.
Smell my belly button.
I love that detail of like his metal skull.
Yeah, that's a nice touch there.
I love it. It's so cool because it looks like his skin is actually like peeled back. Oh, classic villain death.
Oh yes,
Someone back
high power line.
Electrocution.
I mean, that's how I know I'm not evil. No one's ever kicked me into a wall of electricity.
Yeah.
And a well-placed electrocution will set up a chain reaction which should destroy this space station.
Yeah, the entire matte painting will burn.
But it's okay because we'll escape before the Death Star. I mean, the base of
the not Death Star.
The
not Death Star
King Koopa
explodes. Yes.
You know what I always love about it is the high voltage always kills the villain, but the hero grabbing the high voltage never gets electrocuted.
Yeah.
No.
I guess heroes are assigned rubber boots.
Well grounded.
What was that thing hanging in the air there? It seemed to be like I won't say it, but a flaccid. What the hell are they? What are they? Just hanging around there.
That's the Sexbot. That's the Sexbot 9000's replacement. Hold on, Ernie Hudson. Let's go back and pick that up. Oh, the scrambler made it out.
These extremely slow vehicles.
The staple of science fiction movies, the old factory.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
When you need the future, find an old lead refinery. An old mine.
And the House of Cards fortress.
Yeah. It was made of Uno.
Quite easily. There we go. It's a controlled demolition.
Yeah. What was the brewery in Strange Brew? Eisenhower.
Yeah. Eisenhower. Yeah. Good
yeah. So Eisenhower Brewery goes down.
And he's obviously unburied his spaceship.
Yeah. Molly Ringwald is going to be very upset when she finds out she has to be the chief engineer.
Yeah.
Welcome to the good ship grooming.
There's nothing at all.
This is where Molly has a moment, doesn't she?
She's like, I'm getting out of this, and I'm going to be the biggest star from this whole movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang out with a guy named Ducky in the next movie.
I'll be an icon to teen girls everywhere.
Yeah.
There will be that one setback with Judd Nelson, though.
If they wouldn't let me play Annie, I'll show them.
Ginger power, activate.
This is where Wolf has to say, hey, kid.
I could use a new Wookiee on my ship.
Sorry for my male toxicity.
I'll get you an ascot and everything, kid.
Do you like this terrorist scarf I wear? I can get you one. Wholesale.
We got Space Amazon up here.
Now it's a family interest movie. Do. Okay, kid, I'll look after you. I'm your dad now.
Exactly.
Vasquez rocks.
It's
the Searchers. It's now the Searchers.
Well,
yeah, exactly. The story isn't. It's not about the villains we massacred in a terrible way. It's all about the friends we made along the way. Hold on, Lee N came flying at me.
The final cringy effect there.
Yes. I can touch the end.
Oh.
It's so close. So close.
Well, I can't believe I actually sat through that.
Okay, now
thanks for holding my hand through that.
Yeah, I gotta get the feedback from you now, Pete. You've seen it. It's 80s schlock, but what was your impression of it?
It's now his favorite movie of all time.
I've seen bits, and I've always had to go no more and switch it off. But it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. There
you go.
I'll say that. It's not the worst.
I'll take
What's the worst?
By today's standards, it's actually quite good compared to the
Star Wars movie since Jedi, I would say.
It is total schlock, but you know, it's it shows you how far movies have come the wrong way. That this is actually better than a lot of the movies they're making now.
Yes.
It's better than your average Marvel movie.
Yeah, come down to it. Let's run through it. Pacing, I think, is good. Characters, they actually have a bit of a journey, somewhat. Wolf grows along the way, and he becomes the father figure for Nikki. But the thing is,
he grew from being a neckbeard with a sex droid to a father to a waif.
Exactly.
Cosmetics. You want to catch the chat there, Ralph?
Oh yes. Cosmetti brings up, darn it, I didn't even get to watch Molly Ringwald die. If only they'd made the sequel. That would have happened in the sequel.
But, she would have died off screen. Oh my god.
Yes.
Because she would have been too famous to return for it. So they were like, too bad she died in that last mission.
In between movies, I lost Nikki. I'm so sad. Hey.
Do you think it would have been dialogue, or it would have been like a lady in a red wig getting shot from behind?
Ooh,
so you would
the Colin Baker Doctor Who thing? Yes, that's a great point.
There is, you can tell there was a lot of different writers and influences in the movie, because on one hand it produces little flashes of interesting stuff, but it also produces like a confusion of stuff as well. I mean, you know, at the very start of the movie where she's reading the book "Are You Are," that's
yes.
a 1920 science fiction where the word robot first appears. Robot is a Czech word. It just means work.
Okay.
Robot. It's a Czech word. But that's the first time. So that's quite clever. But then you have that many different things happening that I think one of the critics of the film said at the time that it's too crowded with derivative ideas to be memorable on its own. So there's moments you can remember, but it's like it's hard to see. Like you were saying, it's hard to see a really clearly defined, you know, narrative, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what separates a B movie from, you know, a big, let's say, Studio A movie, not blockbuster, but a successful one. But the beauty and what I love about B movies is when you're able to dig in and find the little gems like this one, where it's not great, but it's good, or conversely, you find the one that's so bad that it's hilarious.
Ben and Arthur.
Oh, which one? Ben
and Arthur.
There you go.
I believe you can watch it for free on YouTube, and it is a cinematic experience.
Oh, see, we'll have to see now. That's what I want to
expose.
You'll
laugh and start. There literally is a cardboard church in the movie, and it's probably my favorite scene.
Oh, see, that's what I want to expose.
On a really bad like camcorder, like quality.
Yeah, see, that's
and he walks into the church to do like confession with the priest or whatever, and then when you go into the church, it's literally cardboard.
Yeah,
with,
see,
like, with like it looked like a little kid drew the stained glass windows on the. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, see, stuff like that is what I want to get in.
The thing that makes Ben and Arthur great is the guy that made it, who like starred, directed, wrote everything. It's like his pride and joy, and he's like, "This is my masterpiece."
Oh yeah, you know what?
There's nothing about that movie that's it rings false. Of like, it's bad. It's like, no, this guy was convinced he was making art.
You know what? a couple of things we need to break out. Either what's the guy's name? David, what's his face? Shoot, never mind. At some point we'll get Pete on Suburban Sasquatch. That way he can see somebody that is trying his darndest and failing at every turn. And see, Cosmetti points out the perfect reason why this movie didn't succeed at the box office. And we've used Return of the Jedi as an excuse. It was not enough Bard Rock action. We needed more chomps.
That was it.
Yep.
That was it. That was a missing piece.
Yeah.
Well, it suffers from that thing of like the 80s where movies had to be that time limit. They all had to be a certain length, and they'd get cut apart if they weren't.
Oh, yeah.
So you have a lot of setup in this movie. Like, he meets those Amazons. Why do you think, like, if that was made now, the Amazons would have ended up coming back in the end and helping him raid, like, the bad guy's fortress?
Now, the Amazons served a very important purpose. Specifically... so that they could swim underwater and you could look at their butts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's about it, really.
That was the 80s.
It was just it was like a collection of different moments that weren't actually sewn together properly.
Yes.
It was really derivative. When I watch this movie, I can't stop but think about Spaceballs. Spaceballs really destroyed the possibility of anybody ever doing another Star Wars ripoff.
Yes.
Ironically, until Disney came along and did their own version of because they're not real canon; they're just Star Wars ripoffs.
Yeah.
They'll never be extremely high budget Yeah, it just shows you can have an incredibly high budget and still produce a total load of crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really do think of. Yeah.
Like the sound and fury signifying nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So at least this, spent $14 million, but I can't stop thinking of Lone Star, Bill Pullman.
This movie. Exactly. Wolf is a great Lone Star.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, but that's the genius of Mel Brooks. You can't, you just absolutely can't, you can't top him. He sees, at least, when he was doing things, he would spot things like that, and he would find a way to just poke you and say, nope, I can do it better. And he always could.
Use the Schwartz.
Exactly, the Schwartz. What about you, Flash? Any other things that you would like to add about this one?
I would have added more stuff in it, like more dilemmas of peril, if you will.
But you can't do that. Then you go over 90 minutes.
Exactly, and they would have no.
Then you start getting notes back from the studio. We need to see more boobies.
Yeah. We'll give you another 2 minutes, but it's got to be 2 minutes of boobies.
Exactly. Kids wants boobies. Kids? Wait, what? Shut up.
There is one good thing about this movie, though, isn't there? Because Harold Ramis wanted to do a sci-fi with comedy, with like a light-hearted side, and I think this laid down something. I really do think this the one thing this did achieve is it was his sort of dress rehearsal, iron out all the mistakes, and then he went on to do Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a movie. If it had been a big hit, no one would ever talk about it as a B movie. That's where it's strained.
Right.
We see it as a B movie because we're programmed to see it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because
it didn't do well, so we're programmed to, if it didn't do well in the box office, it must be a terrible movie.
Well, and going back to your preview, of Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman directed this. Ivan Reitman directed Ghostbusters. Ernie Hudson. We got Harold Ramis. It's the setup is there. They just pulled in
Bernstein.
And Ghostbusters too. It's just an adventure movie. It's not really a comedy. It has comedy in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Ghostbusters, the movie that if Chevy Chase have accepted it,
would have been god-awful.
It would have been awful. Yes. Nobody would say a word about it.
Nope.
Well, guys,
would have never gotten a cartoon that was better than the movie.
Oh my gosh, that cartoon, the real Ghostbusters, was such a great cartoon.
Tobin's Spirit Guide.
Yes, every episode. Guys, folks in the chat, folks watching afterwards, if you have not watched The Real Ghostbusters, you're missing out. That was a great cartoon.
That's the thing that introduced me to H.P. Lovecraft. Was that cartoon?
Right. I could see that.
Because they had a Cthulhu episode in it.
I don't remember that. I'll have to go
they
back.
did a lot. I think they actually had a H.P. Lovecraft stand-in episode too.
Yeah, they touched on so many different things.
And Tobin's Spirit Guide was like a shorthand for the Necronomicon.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and I remember, and it's funny how they picked up that one quick reference from the movie, and it just became the go-to reference throughout the entire canon. Yeah. We'll check in all the usual locations. I'll go check the Hall of Records, and then they name off one other thing, and then Egon says, Tobin's Spirit Guide. Yeah, okay. Yeah, quick throwaway line, and it
he title dropped the name of a few different books, right?
Yeah, it was a couple of different books, and then Tobin's Spirit Guide is the one that stuck. Well, I tell you what, I would like to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to the folks in the chat. I know Cosmeti was in here with us, and we also had Sadie Bella, Thank you all very much for coming in and joining this with us. I'd like to thank my co-host, Flash and Pete. Guys, let's start with Pete. Pete, where can people find you?
Yeah, YouTube, Pete Mac, and that's really where most things. I'm not on Twitter anymore because Twitter is an imploding star.
Yes,
it is. A black hole.
It is a burning trash heap of destruction.
Yep, dumpster fire.
It is. So yes. YouTube, and that's me. So if you want to look for that.
Excellent. And what about you, Flash? Where can folks find you?
I'm floating around on the twits. And on Instagram, it's elrod.elrod.
Sweet.
Where people can follow me, but they'll probably be kicked off by Instagram because they don't allow you to have too many followers.
Yeah, there's no matter what platform you go with, there's some thing that they've got.
I lost like a couple lucrative art commissions because of that. Where a person was like, how dare you block me and kick me off your thing? I was paying you good money. And I'm like, I did what? Who, when?
Yeah, exactly. Why in the... Yeah, exactly. You're bringing me money in. Why in the world would I kick you off? And of course, I am Ralph. They call me Ralph. I am on Twitter, the trash fire that it is for now, as New Random Geek. I'm on Parler as They Call Me Ralph. I do have, of course, you've found my YouTube channel if you're here, and I have a Teespring store, teespring.com/store/They Call Me Ralph. All of our links are in the description of this video, so appreciate everybody coming in, watching. Thank you for being along in the chat, and thank you to everybody that will watch this movie going forward. Anything else, guys, before we cut out for the evening?
You said this is a really bad movie, really, really bad.
You lied. I lied. That's right. This is good bad. I promise you, I will get you bad. Bad.
Oh, please don't make me watch
hurt you,
what is it, The Rise of Skywalker?
No, goodness gracious, no. Well, end it with Ralph's suicide at the end of that one. All right. Well, we're going to cut out. Thank you all very much. Take care. Have a good evening, folks.
See you later.